Korea has given us a lot of knowledge, a lot of education. So we look to them when we have an idea, when we have a question, when we have a challenge. And Bruno and Gerard have always been there for us whenever we need them. So what Korea mean to us, I don't want to say it's a crutch. I want to say more it's a support tool that's available to us whenever we call. I think that's an unfair question. I think there are two things that come to my mind. Number one is education. Really being able to have a continuous education, through experimentation. We come here to CREA or when we call or when we interface with them. I think relationships is another one. Building relationships with our colleagues around the world, because I think there's a connectivity here at CREA for that. And then there's that support that we talk about, having that support and that confidence in that support that there's someone there who can always come to our help. We talk about that inspiration, and certainly being here with Bruno, with the team here, it helps us think about things differently. It takes us out of our restaurants, which I think is very, very important for us as chefs. Puts us in an environment where anything can happen, and you never know what's going to happen. I think that's a really beautiful thing for chefs. Certainly, as chefs, we're always curious. I think that's one great thing about chefs in general is we have a great curiosity. So when we started to be introduced to sous vide, and we think about sous vide, certainly it's not the correct name. We talk about sous vide cooking. We talk about slow cooking. We talk about this method of cryovacuuming our products, putting them in an environment with no oxygen, and then cooking them at slow temperatures. It's almost an obvious way to cook. It gives us a constant temperature, it gives us consistency in the quality of the results of our cooking. So when you start to think about that as a chef, one of the things that you search for in your profession is consistency. And I think that's what sous vide has given us, a comfort in consistency when we want it. I think sous vide has been a very, very important part of our profession for at least the past 10, 15, maybe even 20 years. I was introduced to sous vide through Bruno Gosso and Gerard Berthelon. And it was a moment of enlightenment because we had been doing some type of slow cooking and some type of compression in plastic wrap. But we really had a strong foundation that was given to us of the fundamentals of sous vide cooking. So what has sous vide cooking meant to us? I don't want to say it's changed our lives, but it's added a whole new element of cooking in our kitchens that has been very influential for the young cooks that come to our kitchens, and certainly a great experience for the guests that come to our restaurants. We think about that, and certainly it's been something that's been very, very important, and that's safety, food safety. I think food safety is one of the primary kind of components and results of what CREA and what sous vide cooking has brought to our community. I think, again, when we think about the knowledge and training our young staff on sous vide cooking, we want to make sure that they understand the fundamentals of it, so that they are being protected. They are thinking about food safety first and foremost. After that, then it just becomes a tool for inspiration and something that we can take in any direction that we want. And I think that sous vide cooking has helped us be inspired more.